Does a soul split when an embryo twins? Well, it depends on your answer to one key question. There are generally two Christian views on ensoulment. There's creationism and there's traducianism. Now, the creationist view says that God creates a new soul ex nihilo, out of nothing, at conception or at some point after conception, but of course before birth. Now, creationists agree that a new soul is directly made by God, but they differ as to when ensoulment occurs. Now, the traducianist position holds that each soul is generated by his or her parents as a function of their procreative act. Now, in this view, ensoulment can only occur at the moment of conception. The question then is, if a human embryo twins, as in monozygotic or identical twins, what happens? Does a single soul split or something else? Well, the answer will probably depend on your view of when ensoulment occurs. If you're a creationist and you believe that ensoulment occurs sometime after conception, well, then you potentially avoid the difficult question of how twins get their souls. You could simply say, well, God gives each twin a soul after the embryo splits, but sometime before the twins are born. Very simple. But if you believe ensoulment occurs at conception, which could be a creationist or a traducianist, by the way, then it seems that there are two options. You can claim that God creates the two souls for the one zygote, and then once it splits, each soul follows a single embryo. Or you can say there is only one soul initially, and when the embryo twins, that's when God creates another soul and gives it to the other twin. Now, of course, I'm not here to argue the merits and the weaknesses of each view. It's definitely an interesting debate. Okay? I tend to lean towards the traducianist view and believe that God creates an additional soul when the embryo twins and not before. But, of course, I'll say I have several friends who disagree with me. Either way, I don't believe this is an essential Christian doctrine, and so therefore, not one that we should divide over. At Stand to Reason, we help Christians to think clearly so they can share their worldview with others. If you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and click the subscribe button.